Wait, what time is it?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Crossroads? One of the worst feelings for me personally is when I wake up and I'm running late. This morning, I don't know what happened. I don't think I had set my alarm the night before. And when I woke up, I was like, boy, it sure is sunny outside. My routine, now that life's kind of different and everybody's not getting up, getting ready for school and all, going to school, they're still doing school stuff. 6 o'clock, I get up at 6 o'clock, do my quiet time, have my coffee, and just kind of get ready for my day. This morning at 6:47, I got out of bed. And when my eyes opened up, I was like, boy, it sure is bright outside. And panic just hit. I was like, oh no. And I grabbed my phone and I looked at what time it was, and I couldn't see because I didn't have my glasses, but I realized it had a 6 and not a 5. So it was really late. It was 6:40 something. So came running wide open, and it really went along. Once I got to church, I wasn't able to do my quiet time until I got to the office because we were having to set up for video for tomorrow night that we were doing. Anyway, I sat down and I was doing my devotion, and as I was reading, I was like, boy, is that not spot on? Those alarms that hit us. I remember as a kid, my mother used to come in and she'd go, Kenny Ken, it's time to get up. My father, a little bit different. Hey boy, get up. He had a really deep voice. These alarms that are set, these alarms that happen, and sometimes it's a gentle nudge. Sometimes it's shocking. Sunday morning, that alarm woke me up in a hurry. There are alarms that go on in our life. And as you're reading the devotion today, it's kind of talking about, when these alarms are given to us and we don't act on those alarms. Great example. I was watching a video the other day. Y'all know I watch a lot of social media stuff, just try to keep up with what's trending in the moment. And I watch some TikTok. Some of it, I don't watch some of that garbage. But there was a video of a guy, and he was getting a rattlesnake. Now, you know me and no shoulders. I ain't got nothing for a snake. But I'll make myself watch those videos to try to conquer my fear. Haven't worked yet. 49 years old, still scared of a snake. If it's a worm and it's coming at me, it's a snake. But I watch these videos, and I'm listening, and you hear the rattlesnake rattling. And you just hear it, and you know what that is. You know there ain't no baby sitting up in the woods going, it was a rattlesnake. And he turns the corner, and there's this rattlesnake that's about 17 feet long, got a mouth this big around, coming right at him. I have been in that scenario, kinda. I didn't go looking for a snake, but one of my friends and I, we were climbing rocks one time close to my house where I grew up, and there was just this rock faces that we'd climb up and pretend we were rock climbers, and I can remember pulling myself up, and there was a rattlesnake sitting there, and I remember, as I'm pulling myself up, I could hear this sound, and as soon as I saw what it was, I immediately just let go and fell. These alarms that come our way are for a reason. Sometimes it's an alarm of one of your friends going, hey, don't do that. Sometimes it's a voice in the back of your head saying, don't do this. Sometimes it's your youth pastor. Sometimes it's your pastor giving you words to help wake you up in those moments. Unfortunately, a lot of times we don't act on those alarms, and we end up going down a path we shouldn't go. After all the storm stuff that happened over the weekend, I was talking to one of my friends in Thorsby. Y'all, I talk about Justin all the time, but this tornado went relatively close to their house and caused a great deal of damage across from where they lived and across town from where he lives. And I talked with him yesterday. I said, man, I was wanting to come up there and see if I can do anything to help anybody out. He said, Kenny, right now you can't get through. And I was talking to Brother Eddie yesterday, and I said, yeah, I'm thinking about going up to Thorsby. And he said, man, I went yesterday. He said, the roads are closed. You can't get in. There were barricades put up warning you. We've got alarms that warn us, and we've got barricades that warn us, but we have to put action to those alarms. So when you feel that tugging in your heart that's telling you not to do certain things, do you act on that alarm, or you just kind of hit the snooze button and see how far you can get before you find yourself in a bad situation? My prayer for you is that you would live life at a heightened alert. Not an alert from the world, not waiting to see what the newest social thing is, but an alert from God. God gives us those alarms. I fully believe when the Holy Spirit dwells within us, when we surrender ourselves to Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit dwells within us, it's like our conscience. The Holy Spirit will tell us what we should and shouldn't do. And then it's up to us to act on that. My prayer is that we would act on those alarms. Thank you for being a part of today's Crossroads to Go, and I look forward to our message tomorrow night. I'm going to try my best to make sure it's loaded in time. We've got our praise team is getting their vocals pulled together. Hopefully, I need those vocals as soon as you can get them to me. And we're just looking forward to another week of worshiping with you. And again, until we're able to come back together as our community, I love you, Crossroads, and I'll talk to you soon.